All right, Brave Nation, get ready for an absolute war. This 3 5-minute rounds in the middleweight division. Introducing your first warrior. Fighting out of the blue corner, fans of mixed martial artists with a professional record of 8 wins and 6 losses. He stands 177 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 84.5 kilograms. Representing CIT Pretoria and fighting out of Johannesburg, South Africa. Give it up for Jeremy Pitbull Smith. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, this man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 4 wins and 1 loss. He stands 180 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 84.35 kilograms. Representing Junkyard MMA Johannesburg and fighting out of Durban, South Africa. Give it up for Mzwandile Snakebone Hlongwa. Your referee is Decky Larkin.
Phil, there's only 3 things you can count on in life: death, taxes, and this fight not going the distance.
You better not have put the commentator's curse on this, Carrick. There we go. There is a serious atmosphere.
Snakebone's got the reach advantage.
Opening up with the leg kicks. Looks very loose. But all Jeremy Smith needs is almost Tyson-esque with that head movement. I was expecting a big hook or overhand. Front kick to the chops from Mzwandile. Low kick there, Jeremy Smith just...
How tough is Jeremy Smith?
Shakes it off.
Took a shot to the groin, didn't want to take a break.
Coming out swinging. The atmosphere in the Sabayo Casino right now is absolutely electric.
Phil, we've seen fighters take a shot to the groin and it takes away from them. All this did was fire Pitbull up.
Look at those leg kicks, they're thunderous. There's only so many that Mzwandile can take of those. Jeremy Smith gets caught coming in. Mzwandile switching stances. Huge leg kick from Mzwandile. Venomous leg kicks from Snakebone.
Snakebone doing a tremendous job of using his reach advantage. He's popping in and out with the shots and he's kicking from the outside where it's very difficult to counter. Very, very intelligent game.
It's very intelligent work. Chew up the lead leg of somebody who's as heavy-handed as Jeremy Smith, but those leg kicks are adding up.
Phil, if you can't sit down on that lead leg, of course you can't throw a huge shot. And if you chew that leg up enough, you can't sit down on that lead foot, and therefore you can't throw a big shot.
It's a very intelligent game plan from Mzwandile. It looks like he's getting a little bit looser in there. Being buoyed by the reaction of the Durban crowd here. Feeding off their energy.
Jeremy giving and getting both, as he always does.
Spinning elbow attempt from the viral sensation. Could you imagine if he scored another viral spinning elbow knockout?
That was close enough, Phil. I think he's going to try it at least one more time tonight.
Jeremy Smith now trying to eat up the legs a little bit.
This sport is all about information. I can guarantee you he downloaded some information, having tried and failed at that elbow attempt. He may throw the second one a little bit lower.
Beautiful lead leaping hook from Jeremy Smith. Knocks Mzwandile back a little bit. He's almost got the poise of a Dan Henderson right now. just marauding forward like the warrior he is, trying to land that big shot.
Nice body shot from Pitbull. Nice body shot again from Pitbull.
Lands a clean uppercut. Jumping knee.
Oh!
Oh! Jeremy Smith just ate a hell of a knee. Not even fazed by it.
That knee may have caused some damage.
Trying the hook kick. Just a little bit too close for it to be effective.
Snakebone very intelligently. Oh, there's the body shot in on the double. Can he complete it? Denied, went right back to looking for that liver shot.
Jeremy Smith landing knees to try and soften up Mzwandile.
Jeremy Smith, very smart, trying a different game right now, trying to see how his dirty boxing does. Had a little bit of trouble with his opponent's length. Once you're both in a phone booth, you're the same height.
Trying to work inside the clinch. Nice knees on the inside from Jeremy Pitbull Smith. Just wipes the blood away, ready to go, resets. Both men exchanging heavy, heavy kicks. Jeremy Smith just trying to find that angle, but Mzwandile walking him down again. Tries that spin, and it comes out of nowhere.
And again, he's done it twice. He's downloading information on how his opponent responds. Third one could be a charm.
Oh!
He turned it around! And the round ended, Phil! The round stopped.
Beautiful work. What a way to finish the round.
Everything we hoped for.
Oh, this is beautiful. This is South African MMA. This is Brave Combat Federation 31. What an exchange to finish off the round. But that's just how dangerous Jeremy Smith is. At any moment, he can pull out that one-punch knockout power.
That is Pitbull Smith. You just saw him. Take damage, take damage, take damage, and then deliver damage.
I think that was just enough to take the respect of Mzwandile. And just reminds him that he's in a fight right now, that he can't, because he dropped the hands a little bit, looked a little bit disdainful, and Jeremy thought, nah, I'm not having any of that.
Phil, this is very much a fight that either man can win. I'm looking at Jeremy Smith's cheekbone. He may have taken more damage than I initially thought from that knee.
But what a veteran who just ate the knee with no tell on it at all. He came forward.
Big respect. They're taking the full measure of each other.
Both incredibly high-level mixed martial artists. Mzwandile trying to establish range with that jab. Mzwandile needs to be wary of train tracking backwards in a straight line. Because what Jeremy Smith seems to be doing is charging forward. Jeremy trying to land that big looping overhand.
I'm loving Jeremy's resolve. He throws a kick so hard he spins clear around. Snakebone wisely using that reach advantage.
It seems that Jeremy's trying to spin and back fist from Jeremy Smith. Beautiful. It's almost like Jeremy's trying to time the kicks of Mzwandile and land a big overhand. Predicated off the kick. Spinning elbow landed.
Third one landed.
What is Jeremy Smith made of?
Pitbull can be dropped.
Again, spinning attack from Mzwandile, met with an overhand from Jeremy.
Mzwandile clearly wants to establish anything you can do, I can do too. Not going to let any spinning thing go unanswered.
Head kick. Yes, Jeremy's taking these on the arms, but a kick like that, shin on the arms. Oh, he dropped him! He dropped him!
Jeremy swarming!
Mzwandile popped right back up. This is beautiful work from both men. A little wry smile on the face from Mzwandile. Again, Jeremy Smith with the bit between his teeth now.
Fight of the night, baby. This is the fight of the night so far.
Predatorial pit bull right now. That's the kind of power Jeremy Smith can generate.
Jeremy Smith, happiest man on the planet right now. This is what he was born to do.
Yeah, Jeremy Smith was born in the wrong era. This is the kind of guy who thrives. He would have thrived in the Coliseum. The kind of guy that would ride a long ship by sea into your town and take everything. Heavy leg kick again.
One of the things about a big headshot, it robs you at least temporarily of your conditioning. Snakebone slowing down just a little bit. Arms are feeling heavy, legs are feeling heavy. It'll pass.
Another spinning attempt. Jeremy just shy with the spinning back kick. But all landing big, clubbing overhands. I like what Jeremy's doing now. He's finishing those salvos with the hands with a heavy leg kick.
Beautiful example of Dutch kickboxing, predominant style of striking in MMA. Throw a ferocious combination, finish it with a big kick.
Oh, ripped into the body, but Mzwandile with the knee.
Pitbull, I believe, feels his opponent is tiring a little bit and believes if he attacks that body, he'll tire him even more.
Great work on the body, but he's leaving himself susceptible to a knee. Mzwandile could get timing on that as Jeremy Smith marauds in. Oh, he caught him with a spinning elbow!
With spinning elbow again!
Jeremy Smith on shaky legs. What a warrior he is! This is a firefight. Stick your keys in a bowl because we are going swinging.
Fight of the night, baby. Fight of the year right here.
Jeremy Smith might just be one of the toughest human beings.
Warriors in front of us. Snakebone stalking. Smiling.
This is a crazy fight. Both men have been dropped. Both men have absorbed serious punishment. Unbelievable round of fighting.
Big smile from both fighters. Big respect.
That fight was bananas. And we have another round. This is crazy.
We know what's going to happen in the third and final round, Phil. Both fighters are going to go for it even more. No one wants to pull a decision out of this one. Both fighters' corners have a lot of work to do here. Big punishment has been taken on both sides.
Both men taking deep breaths, and at this stage when both men have absorbed punishment to this degree, it really comes down to their heart, to their endeavor. And both these men have it in buckets.
We're looking at two hearts as deep as the ocean. Jeremy Smith trying to walk off the fatigue. Jeremy Smith, Phil, having the time of his life in here. Big grin on his face.
Just casually having a chat.
Hey, buddy. Now let's get back at it. Snakebone on the outside. Smith trying to find a setup so he can dart forward, land that huge shot.
Stiff leg kick again from Jeremy Smith.
Snakebone clearly much more comfortable on the far outside. Backs up fast when Pitbull uses that explosive forward movement.
Mzwandile momentarily, shades of Conor McGregor, hands behind the back. Like we say, either man just needs that little gap, that little opportunity.
Referee taking a little break. We're going to find out why shortly. I believe we've got perhaps we may have a corner standing. Corners have to remain in a chair. That may be the issue. There may be one extra corner. The official's going to get this sorted out very quickly, but the rules are strict.
Diggy Larkin takes no messing at all.
And we're back at it. Pitbull looking to attack that body still. If you can get those hands a little lower, those big headshots may land again.
Just trying to find that home run right hand. Mzwandile just shy with a head kick. Needs to be wary of the hands being down like that. Nice front leg side kick.
Kick may have been a little low, but I think either way, Jeremy liked it.
Mzwandile not quite finding the range with his kicks. A little bit of theatrics. Mzwandile looks like ever so slightly the fresher fighter, but you can never count somebody like Jeremy Smith out.
I believe, Phil, that knee to the cheekbone that caused the blood in the nose may be what's slowing Jeremy down to a slight degree.
Mzwandile trying to turn it up. The shot's coming a little bit slower from Jeremy. Big deep breath from the Pitbull. Eats another knee.
Blow may have been low, we didn't see it. Referee has momentarily stopped the bout. Fighter who received the low blow has up to 5 minutes to recover.
I think right now it would be advantageous of Jeremy Smith to take as much time as he can, just to control the breathing.
But he won't. He wants to get back in this fight absolutely as soon as he can.
As we say, has the full 5 minutes just to gather himself now.
The timekeeper always has 2 clocks at ringside. He's got the second one going right now. Little warning from the referee. Pitbull's going to wait for the pain to pass. When it does, we're going to get back to the third and final round of this extraordinary fight. It's on!
Mzwandile just controlling the distance right now, using that lead hand just to paw and maintain a safe distance between himself and Jeremy Smith.
Snakebone fighting very intelligently, not mixing it up, but trying to pot shot from the outside.
Yeah, Jeremy Smith's not the kind of guy you want to stand and trade with. Just under 2 minutes to go in the third and final round. What does Jeremy Smith have in the tank? Can Mzwandile pull out another highlight reel finish? Beautiful leg kick again. Big shots. I think Jeremy may have hurt his foot there. See a lot of reddening and it's swollen instantly. But a guy like Jeremy Smith is just going to keep going.
An injury to Jeremy Smith just means he's a little more fired up.
Just under a minute to go in what has been a fantastic showcase of South African mixed martial arts. Jeremy leading the dance right now.
Jeremy Smith putting on a fantastic show of the depth of the human heart. Snake Bone, strategically brilliant.
Can Jeremy Smith take Mzwandile to a decision for the first time in his mixed martial arts career? 20 seconds to go. I think Jeremy Smith might have done some damage to his right arm. He keeps shaking it out.
He's probably got damage to his whole entire body. Phil, it does look like I was wrong about this fight ending.
Oh, head kick! A kick to the body! This is a beautiful fight!
This is how it should end. Whoa!
Wow! What a fight!
Phil, I've never been happier to be wrong because I loved every single second of that fight.
Both these men are absolute warriors.
Brotherhood in the brave cage.
Thank you, Mzwandile Hlongwa. Thank you, Jeremy Pitbull Smith.
Thank you, Brave Combat Federation. What a fight. Medical personnel are now attending to both fighters. Most of the attention going to Jeremy Smith, possible injured arm, possible injured foot, possible injured cheekbone, possible injured nose. That's how he fights. He would not have it any other way. This man is a beast. He was born to fight. He is fully in his element. People talk about being a warrior. That is a warrior in MMA. Snake Bone getting dried off. Looking calm, cool, and collected. Starting to focus on hearing the judge's decision. Snake Bone's corner appear very confident. Snake Bone appears very confident. This is MMA. You can't leave it up to the judges, but that's what happened. Anything could happen. But we do see a very confident fighter in the Brave Cage. As we're waiting for the judge's decision, quick shout out to Scuffle Media, Sibaya, Sun Casino, and Sun International. Deeply appreciated sponsors.
Ladies and gentlemen, if there's ever been a better fight in our life to show the heart of a South African warrior, this was it! Let's give a round of applause for both gladiators in the cage tonight. After 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. Your first judge scores about 29-28. Your next judge scores about 30-27. And your last judge scores about 29-28 for your winner. Out of the red corner, Mzwandile, Snake Bone, Hlongwa.
Here we go, Brave Nation. This next battle is 3 5-minute rounds in the bantamweight division. Introducing your first warrior. Fighting out of the blue corner, this man mixed martial arts with a perfect professional record of 4 wins and no losses. He stands 177 meters tall and weighs already 61 kilograms. Representing Motivational Global Team and fighting out of Tajikistan, please welcome Mutolibsho, Akobirov. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, this man mixed martial arts with a professional record of 6 wins and 1 loss. He stands 177 meters tall and weighs already 61.2 kilograms. Representing TKO Boxing and Fitness Gym and fighting out of Zimbabwe, put your hands together for Nicholas Hwende.
thanks to Hilton Hotel and Nordic Palace and Spa. They've agreed to touch hands, showing the sportsmanship that so characterizes Brave Combat Federation. Phil, this fight is going to come down to distance management. Hwende wants to keep it at distance. His opponent does not.
Nice high boxing guard from Mutolibsho. And he seems to have a greater command of the distance in the very early stages. He's getting off with the kicks, but Hwende is dangerous everywhere. Trying to fight behind that jab.
Akobirov briefly shifting. Unlike boxing, where fighters typically fight with one side forward, increasing their mixed martial arts, you see fighters equally comfortable both sides forward.
Mutolibsho starting to really collect those leg kicks. It's cumulative damage. That's going to pay dividends if the fight continues to go a little longer. Big shot over the top. That was smart. Was attacking the legs. That freed up the space up top. Very intelligent approach, and he does not look like a man who's been out of the cage for 4 years.
Hwende hasn't quite come to life yet. Right now, he's just downloading information. He's trying to get reads on his opponent. If he does X, does his opponent do Y? You just saw it right there. He took advantage of it with a nice inside low kick.
Both fighters incredibly intelligent. You're looking at two of the most cerebral bantamweights in global mixed martial arts today.
Brave Nation, what's going on right now is each fighter is feinting. They're throwing false punches, fake level changes, trying to see what reaction they get out of their opponent. Once they know what that reaction is going to be, they can fully take advantage of it.
Some fighters play checkers. These two are playing physical chess.
Glancing jab from Hwende.
Look at the size of the back on Mutolibsho.
Landing some shots in now from the outside.
Hwende doing a good job of implementing lateral movement. Again, just trying to get Mutolibsho to bite on those fakes. And right now, coming up to the midway point of the first round, for me, it's Mutolibsho who's leading the dance card.
It's very, very close in terms of points. There are, of course, no points in mixed martial arts. Like you can call it a point when a shot is landed. Very, very close, these two going back and forth.
Oh, goes up high with the kick. And Hwende needs to get his back away from the cage. You feel like Akobirov might just be trying to set up a takedown here, and a takedown could be definitive, given how close. Beautiful shot to the body from Hwende.
Tremendous speed shown by the Saint from Zimbabwe.
You get the feeling that Hwende is almost anticipating the takedown attempt from Akobirov, so he doesn't want to overcommit to any of his shots.
Hwende may have a little knee waiting for him.
Both fighters showing a lot of fakes, trying to elicit that reaction from their opponent. The kicking game of Mutolibsho has been the difference maker in this fight. But again, beautiful shot to the body, just right underneath the elbow. Hwende's trying to come into the fight a little bit more in the second phase of the first round.
Hwende's a little bit too close to that fence. He's edging away now. He's edging a little too close, Phil.
Yeah, he's going to end. There's only so far you can go back. And there you see the clinch attempt, but Hwende changes, trying to get in on a single. Right in front of us here in our broadcast position. Good job of defense so far from Mutolibsho.
Single fully shut down so far.
May switch to a high crotch here. No, abandons the single, trying to get the body lock. Needs to fight in for the double underhooks.
Brave Nation, this is the purest test of strength in mixed martial arts. Who can hold whose hips up against that fence? When you hold somebody's hips up against that fence, with the exception of a single downward elbow, it is very, very hard to get much power behind your shots.
The most draining aspect of mixed martial arts, that back and forth against the cage wall. Would a takedown be enough at this stage to steal the round for Hwende?
I think it was close enough, Phil, that yes, something definitive, something big like that will turn it 10-9 to whoever gets it. They've got just 30 seconds to do it.
There it is. Takedown in stages from Hwende, but needs to show that he is active and purposeful in this position. A couple of short elbows. Good job by Mutolibsho opening the guard. Needs to get a foot on the hip. Solid bicep control, trying to set up the triangle. A little bit too late in the round, though.
Legs starting to work up, but as you said, we're just seconds away from the close of the round. There will be no submission attempt.
Hwende finishes the round on top. Carrick, and do we think, given the fact that it was such a close round, Hwende coming into it a little bit more in the second phase of the first round, do we believe that he just stole that round with the takedown?
I do indeed, particularly because recency bias is a thing. I've got that round, very unofficially, Brave Nation, I've got that round 10-9 in favor of Nick the Saint Hwende.
Let's have a look at some of the action. Beautiful start by Mutolibsho. Landed some beautiful leg kicks, went high, went low. Difference maker could be that takedown from Hwende, and this is good for Hwende. He now knows he possesses the ability to take Mutolibsho down. He may try it a little bit earlier in the round to really assert a degree of dominance.
Absolutely, Phil. The assumption in this fight was that Hwende was going to have to just keep it standing. He's shown now he can feel comfortable. He can pull ahead anywhere.
Brave Arena just being cleared. We are ready to go.
They just signaled to each other they are going to touch hands again. Big thanks to National Transport, our official transportation partner.
Both these fighters are supremely well conditioned, looking fresh, ready to go. And Mutolibsho, for a man, like as we've said, who's been out of the cage for 4 years, is looking very much at home in there.
The Saint back on those feints. Typically at this stage, Phil, fighters will be looking to change angles, going to the inside low kick, the outside low kick, coming straight down the middle with shots, and maybe even level changing and getting in on a takedown.
Give something a little bit different, try and mix things up. Hwende happy to contest most of the fight on the outside. Is that a positive or a negative, Carrick?
It's a positive for him. He's got the reach advantage here, clearly. He's got some nasty side kicks to the knees that he throws. He's got a thrusting teep kick, a front kick up to those ribs that hurts over time. He's absolutely right now playing the game that he wants to.
And he's exercising a degree of patience that is really, really paying dividends. You can see when he's not happy with the range, he steps out, readjusts, resets.
Forget about your hands, Nick.
Not far away with the jab, but it's almost as if both men are they're pretty much mirroring each other. Nobody wants to really pull that trigger first.
Phil Hwende's coach is counseling him to forget about the hands and just work on those kicks. Wants to see those long legs whipping, as I said, outside low kick. Then we'll probably see an inside low kick at some point. Should go to the body and eventually up to the head. An oblique kick attempt, and it was answered. I always like to see that.
That oblique kick, hyperextension of the knee. Beautiful leg kick, inside and outside. These are starting to add up for Mutolibsho. When they're trying to find the body, and again, the body kick has been the most successful strike so far for Nicholas Hwende.
He's making excellent use of his long limbs.
Keep that jab in his
Blades his stance, that is to say he turns sideways and has an almost Sanda-esque attack with that side kick.
Hwende faring better in the second round than he did in the first.
Hwende hits so phenomenally hard, rather than go for the head, it might be to his advantage to target right into that forearm, trying to drive his shin straight into the forearm.
Oh, nice combination work from Mutolibsho. Haven't really seen him opening up too much with the hands. But it's a nice warning shot to Hwende.
Phil, when Mutolibsho does let those hands go a little bit, Hwende backs straight up, which may not be to his advantage.
Yeah, there's only so far you can back up until you reach the cage wall. Kind of like that Mutolibsho has just occupied the center and hasn't given up any ground at all. Just as I say that, he backs up a little bit, commentator's curse. I'd like to see Hwende be a little bit more aggressive. Oh, just as I said, that beautiful shot.
Asked and answered. Must have heard you, Phil.
Thank you, Nicholas Hwende. Needs to be wary of the neck here.
When they're stuck in a front headlock now, not a guillotine yet.
Just as I say that, it looks like he's closing it up.
That's it, you safe there, and take him down.
There, you good work from Hwende to get out of it. Pivot step from Akobirov.
Don't rush now, be smart, Nick.
Hwende showing that he does have the
Don't
power in
rush
the hands. And
unnecessary. Watch that
that
leg
shot was
kick.
enough to drop, momentarily stumble Akobirov. And again, probably the most definitive shot of the fight so far, Carrick.
Brave Nation, in boxing, that would typically be a 10-8 round due to the knockdown. There are different rules in effect in mixed martial arts. However, mixed martial arts scoring does favor a few big shots over lots and lots of little shots, and that, as you said, Bill, is the biggest shot we've seen so far in this fight.
Oh, not far away. He wobbled him a little bit. I don't think Hwende realized just how much he put a little bit of wobble in the step. And again, straight down the pipe. Personally, for me, Carrick, I would love... Oh, takedown. Needs to be wary of the sit-through. I would like to see Hwende have a little bit more faith in his hands. Not smother his work, because what he's doing brilliantly, he's landing his shots, but then he's smothering his work. Step off, find the shot again, because you're clearly hurting your opponent.
Hwende doing a very good job of showing he's happy to strike and he's happy.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm a
stock of his opponent. He knows what he can do, knows what can happen to him. It's time for him to put his foot on the gas.
Watch the overhand right, watch the left hook. Ready, now throw. Point.
Third and final round. Hwende picking up right where he left off, trying to attack the legs. You get the impression that if Hwende is to win this fight by stoppage, it's going to be with the hands. But just as I say that, again, uncorks a beautiful shot to the body.
Hwende seems to have his opponent's number a little bit with these low kicks. He's starting to use the upper shin and the point of his knee to check those kicks, and that just the blocking alone can cause damage.
The tide has turned now. It's Nicholas Hwende who's leading the charge, but finds himself on his backside right in the open forearm of the mat.
Don't give up your back.
First takedown.
Oh, no,
For
it
the
takes the back.
Sambo star.
Has the back. Beautiful elbow from behind. Shades of Roger Huerta back in the day, but one hook in. Doing the right thing by trying to clamp at the back of the head.
Mutolibsho maybe just a little bit high.
Just has that one hook in. May try and switch to the body triangle here. Oh!
Knee bar attempt.
Potential for a knee bar. This could be
On
huge.
the Sambo fighter.
This would be absolutely huge. He's trying to pop that. Needs to extend his own hips fully. Needs to almost look behind himself. You can see he's trying to get that arch in the back. Can't quite see if the point of the knee safe. You can see there's no deviation in it. He needs to readjust.
That lat knee bar is nasty, Phil. Got a reversal. There's going to be a little scramble here. Whoever ends up on top.
Beautiful
And
work.
there it is.
Hwende turning defense into attack. First with the knee bar attempt. Now in top position.
I predict rain. A rain of elbows.
Needs to create a little bit of separation here.
Watch the triangles. He's trying to step on your hip. Don't let him isolate.
Nice short elbow, but look at the foot on the hip. Close guard now. As soon as those legs open up and the foot goes on the hip, Hwende will have to be very, very careful.
Patience, patience, patience.
That closed guard, Phil, is a purely defensive position. Akobirov should likely open those feet, put a foot on the hip, try and stand, or open them, control the wrists, look for a triangle choke.
Yes, Nick. Another elbow.
Good work being done by Hwende here. He needs to be wary as soon as that guard opens up. If Hwende is just to overextend ever so slightly.
Small damage. Watch the armbar, watch the guillotine. The triangle.
That's almost like I think Akobirov is. That's what he's counting on. Overextension on a shot from Hwende that he can turn into an armbar. This is where Hwende needs to be so careful. Keep everything compact, T-Rex arms, and not land those little short elbows.
When he tries to step on your hip, you follow the hips. That's all you do, and you land little bit.
2 minutes left to go.
Control the arms, land.
Brave Nation, if you look at Mutolibsho's hips, he's trying to move those hips out a little bit to get an angle he needs to set up a submission attempt. Nicholas doing a great job of following those hips, keeping his hips squared up with the opponent's hips, and largely shutting down any opportunities for a submission.
He's got to keep those hips square, as you say, Keurig. Cannot allow Akobirov to create even the slightest of angle for himself.
He's trying to look for the triangle. Clear that.
Look at the foot on the hip. Can't quite see what grip Akobirov has.
Don't let him isolate. Yes. Beautiful. And you just
Hwende with a real workmanlike approach in the third and final round here. Doing enough to prevent the stand-up from the referee. Very intelligent. That's a big elbow.
Just right, she's trying to look for something.
Really starting to turn it up. I wonder if Hwende can sense a little bit of a finish in the air with 60 seconds left in the final round.
If he wants that finish, his best bet might be to wait for the feet to open up, stand up, call the opponent up, and put those amazing legs to work.
This has been a draining fight. This has been an all-out kind of fight. The fact that Hwende is still throwing with as much ferocity as he was in the very opening stanzas tells you just how supremely conditioned he is.
Supremely conditioned, his skills are wide, his skills are vast here. He was formerly known primarily as a striker. He's now taken down the Sambo champion twice, reversed him, and he's executing an effective ground and pound now.
He's using those little bum kicks just to set you up.
You need to be wary of the triangle here. Keep everything compact. You don't, beautiful defensive work from Hwende, staying smart throughout.
Center cage. Big man, make it official.
All right, Brave Nation. After 3 action-packed rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard. All 3 judges scored about 30-27 for a unanimous decision victory. Out of the red corner, Hwende! Introducing your first warrior. Fighting out the blue corner. This man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 6 wins and 2 losses. He stands 178 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 61 kilograms. Representing Attila's MMA and Fitness Academy and Soma Fight Club and fighting out of South Africa. Please welcome the challenger, Nkosi, the future, and introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 12 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw. He stands 163 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 61.1 kilograms. Representing KHK, Team Bahrain, and Kamacho, and fighting out of Chicago, Illinois, USA. Please welcome the reigning, defending, undisputed Brave Combat Federation Bantamweight Champion of the World, Torres. For referee instructions, it's Decky, the Bandit Larkin.
Gentlemen, this is my instructions all the time. Right when you stop and break clean. Any questions from the challenger? Any questions from the champion? Touch gloves, let's do this.
Big thanks to our silver sponsor, Yusuf bin Ahmed Kanu.
The most hotly anticipated, it's not even the Nkosi and Ndebele scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Let's get it on.
Brave Nation, Shorty Torres does it his way, and one of his ways is not to warm up much backstage. He typically warms up in the first round, does not always win the first round, tends to get stronger and stronger as the fight goes on.
Both of these fighters feel like they need to finish the fight to leave no question unturned. Lovely shovel uppercut from Nkosi. Uppercut, sorry. Good work to attack the legs from Shorty. Both these fighters firing off with bad intentions in the early stances.
Nkosi, of course, wants to use that superior reach by keeping his opponent at distance, shoving him. Oh, that's power!
Huge leg kick from Shorty Torres. Nkosi's finding a home for that jab. Shorty needs to get his head off that center line, just as I say, that does so beautifully. A lot of these shots are landing on the gloves from Nkosi. Nice cover up work from Shorty Torres.
Nkosi doing a nice job of shoving his opponent back, using that foot jab to keep distance, landing some short, crisp shots to the face.
This is already such a good fight. Both fighters exchanging kicks. Shorty essentially has to take a shot to close the distance. Nice Tamurai elbow. It's the volume that Nkosi is able to throw from first bell to last that is so impressive. Beautiful pop knee. It was the knee that opened up the chin of Shorty Torres in the first bout.
It was a short knee coming straight up that landed on the chin. Right now we're seeing long knees moving forward.
These elbows are beautiful from Nkosi. Just cutting the guard of Shorty Torres. Neither fighter has chosen to play the clinch game yet. Who do you think it would benefit most at this stage?
I think very much you want to see that from the future. I think he should strike on the outside, and the minute Shorty gets close, he should get his opponent in that double head tie, in that plumb, and launch knees, then shove his opponent back at distance.
Solid work. Those elbows are paying dividends for Nkosi. Shorty able to stay just on the end of the punches. He's getting caught with a couple of jabs here, but some are landing.
There was a promise for a frequent flyer membership on Shorty Airways.
Shorty doing a good job of landing those leg kicks. Nkosi keeping the fight at distance. Very evenly matched first round here, Kirk.
On volume, though, the greater number of shots being landed are by Nkosi the Future Ndebele. Proud Zulu warrior. Now measuring his opponent in this, the center of the World Combat Federation cage.
Torres fighting the snake. Fighting the reach advantage here. That's why the leg kicks have been so successful for him. 90 minutes left in the first round. Not really a feeling out process at all here, Carrick. Both fighters going at it.
Oh, this is punch face right now.
Oh, we wobbled him! Nkosi wobbled him! Swayed that round in favor of Nkosi for me.
Move.
Minute left. What can Shorty Torres do to claw it back?
Shorty looking to land a big straight of his own. Knows he's in all likelihood down a little bit on the judges' scorecard. Thinks a single damaging shot or a damaging combination can turn it around. Shorty clearly willing to risk a little damage himself to land that.
And some decent work in the inside to the body. Beautiful knee from Shorty Torres. Most definitive shot so far in the round has been landed by Nkosi.
30 seconds. Take a move, champ. Move. 30 seconds. Very strong.
Attention is palpable here on the World Combat Federation 84 Camo Keratiness on the floor. Bantamweight World Championship of the world at stake.
Bantamweight Championship indeed. They made the championship weight of 135 pounds. These two fighters right now, I don't believe they could make the 155 cutoff. Tremendous first round. Call it, Phil.
Do you know what? I made the mistake of calling the fight in the first fight round by round. I'm going to reserve judgment. I'm going to keep my own personal score tally. I suggest you do the same at home. If we do not get a finish, we go to a decision. It's going to be interesting regardless. What I will say, without giving a definitive score, the most definitive shot of the fight was landed by Nkosi.
I'm calling that one 10-9 for Nkosi the Future Ndebele over Jose Shorty Torres. However, I caution to add this is an unofficial score, and Jose Shorty Torres typically comes out cold and likes to warm up by getting hit in the head a little bit. He's gotten hit in the head a little bit. He is warmed up, and I expect to see it even better. Jose Shorty Torres in round 2 of this, a 5-round championship fight.
Interestingly though, Kieran, neither fighter has attempted a takedown. Is that gamesmanship, a bit of bravado, or do you think that's part of their respective game plans?
Nkosi the Future Ndebele does not want to go for a takedown. In the first fight, he did try and go takedown for takedown to try and make a point that I don't believe needs to be made, which is that a fighter is better everywhere. Jose Shorty Torres very much in this, the second round, wants to get a takedown, take his opponent's back, and put him to sleep.
Shorty Torres definitely wearing the fight a little more. I'd like to see him really dig into those leg kicks.
Target that eye, champ.
Jab from Nkosi is stiff.
That's it.
I feel like Nkosi's really starting to open up now, going through the gears.
Take him down.
Nkosi having good luck with that jab, shifting now. Clearly picked up some new combinations. Som MMA and Bali.
Nice work. He's wobbled him again with a top of the head shot. You have to be supremely confident in the short range to fire off elbows like that.
Go forward, Nkosi. That's it, go forward.
Shorty's cut.
Expect to see Shorty try and close the distance very soon. He's going to try and get in close, maybe get a body lock, work a takedown from there.
Beautiful shot to the body from Nkosi.
No question in anybody's mind. Shorty gets on top of you. Wrestling, judo, that's the very, very peak of his game.
The kicking game seems to be the go-to, but the shots from Nkosi, being able to put this into them every time, it's incredible. To have the cardio to do that. Shorty Torres thought about the takedown, denied by Nkosi.
Big moment for Nkosi. If he can shut down Shorty Torres' takedown attempts, he's got a high percentage chance of winning this fight.
Shorty lands, but Nkosi walks right back into the breach.
Phil, one of the problems with being the taller fighter is you're hitting down. Your fists tend to hit the forehead. Hands are not meant to bounce off the foreheads. Nkosi may be taking a little bit of damage on his hands.
There's no quit in Shorty Torres whatsoever. Game as they come. Upward elbow, shades of Anderson Silva from Nkosi.
Shorty moving that head, body's coiled, ready to let a combination go.
Nice work from Shorty, trying to get on the inside, but he gets met with these big jabs or shots.
Shorty may have landed a big shot to the side of the head right there.
Nice work to the body. Nkosi doesn't seem to have his feet underneath him. Don't know whether it's maybe a little bit of moisture on the canvas.
It may be that those push kicks to the body are getting wet. Maybe he got rocked a little bit.
Push him back a little bit.
Shorty doing a great job. Oh, mouthpiece is out. You gotta love Nkosi. He doesn't wait for the break, just picks it up, pops it back in his mouth and says, let's go, I want to be a world champion.
Glove touch between the two of them. There's nothing but respect here in the Brave Combat Federation cage.
Nice, I'm in.
Shorty's starting to get bloodied up by Nkosi. Nkosi does a good job to cover up. Straight shot got through. I get the feeling Shorty has to close the distance, attack the body. It's all right landing one on the inside, but if your opponent has landed three whilst you're getting to that, they're winning the fight.
The face of Shorty Torres is telling the story of this fight.
Shorty in on a single, gets the takedown. Can he keep Nkosi down? No, he cannot. Huge for Nkosi.
Massive moment for the future. Got taken down. It's hard to take people down in mixed martial arts. It's real hard to keep them down, especially when their nickname is the future.
Big shot over the top from Shorty. The statistics say that Nkosi and Ndebele is 5'10". I do not believe that for a second. Someone needs to get the tape measure right again. Looks so much taller. Maybe it's because of those long, long limbs that he's finding Shorty Torres on the end of every time. Pop, pop with the jab.
20 seconds. Move. Second move. 20 seconds.
Shorty Torres truly is moving forward Terminator style.
But he's getting caught.
Tremendous punishment, delivering some of his own.
Shorty just, quite simply, he cannot afford to be a static target.
Brave Nation, my score is entirely unofficial, but I see the second round, same as the first, and in fact even more definitive, a 10-9 for Nkosi the Future Ndebele. Reminder, this is a 5-round title fight for the Bantamweight Championship of the world.
Shorty Torres needs to change something. Needs to change something definitively. If he continues fighting this type of a fight, he'll find himself on the end of not just the shots, from Nkosi, but the end of a result he does not want whatsoever.
Jose Shorty Torres' corner is going to tell him to move more, close more, get the fight down to the ground. However, Shorty seems to know something that none of the rest of us do. I believe he's going to stick to this game plan. I think he thinks he can weather the storm and land a winning combination on his own.
Master Bob in the corner of Jose Shorty Torres, giving him final instruction, final advice.
We didn't take the fucking belt. They don't give. We take.
Nkosi getting some last-minute advice from Mzwandile.
Yes.
Mzwandile, fantastic fighter in his own right. Dare I say, an even better coach. Shorty Torres needs to change up the dynamic here.
He's looking for that clinch now. Was told by his corner, get in there, get that body lock.
It's a big cut above the eye. Oh, he's really opened, Nkosi, he's really opened it up. Shorty Torres wearing a crimson mask.
Nkosi and Ndebele yelling at his opponent's corner, saying, no way, no way.
Shorty trying to get in on a takedown. He's relentless.
The future just as relentless with his takedown defenses.
Shorty Torres can't see it at the minute. Referee Dickie Larkin calls for time.
Quick timeout.
Look at
Nkosi and
that.
Ndebele is being directed to a neutral corner.
I say look at that cut, look at which one. Both huge cuts over the eyebrows of Shorty Torres. Doctor's coming in to take a long, hard look at it.
We've got two brilliant ringside physicians with deep knowledge of combat sports. They are looking now, Brave Lake Nation, both at the depth of the cuts and where they are. A large cut in one spot is not dangerous. A small cut in another spot can leave a fighter with permanent damage to the eye.
And look at Nkosi just walking back and forth, stalking, not taking his eyes off Shorty Torres. Is he moments away from becoming the new champ, or will this fight continue? You know Shorty Torres is going to want to continue. That goes without saying.
Fighters are going to allow this to continue.
Wow. Shorty Torres as tough as they come, and Nkosi and Ndebele unlocking a new level in his game.
Zulu boys, stay sharp. Zulu boys, stay sharp. On the elbows, champ. On the
Red blood mask is acting like a red rag to a bull to Shorty Torres.
Shorty doing what he's told to do, Phil. He's trying to get into those hips now, trying to take the fight down to the ground, has not been able to.
Elbows of Nkosi, it's almost video game like.
Stay sharp, stay sharp. Stay in range.
Shorty needs to move. Nkosi doing such a good job of just not being there when Shorty throws.
Kill the kid.
That's it!
Wow!
It's over!
Shorty Torres wins the fight off. Yusuf Rahman has scared in the cage.
Nkosi and Ndebele is the future, and everyone, as he predicted, will know him by name.
Look at what he means to Yusuf Rahman. Sponsor lifts his teammate up. Tears of joy inside the Brave Arena. Obviously, Shorty Torres has been a fantastic champion, a fantastic competitor in Brave Combat Federation, but right now, the moment, the plaudits, the belt, the championship, the name, undisputed, belongs to the future. Nkosi and Ndebele.
We have a new bantamweight champion of the world. The entire team is in tears. Nkosi manager, his brother, Jason Mzwandile, Eliezer Kubanza, the next big thing. Coach Attila, the entire crew is in tears of joy, tears of respect, tears of the deepest appreciation. for years and years of long, hard work. We're watching the action now, courtesy of Green Hill. Brave Nation Nkosi and Ndebele fought his way out of the township. He fought his way out of the ghetto. And he told us the next thing he's going to do is take his mother out of the ghetto, and with this win, he becomes the world champion. And that's what happens. Fighters are brothers, and a harsh word that has between them are ancient history. There is nothing but respect between these two men. There is nothing but love between Jose, Shorty Torres, and Future. Exchanging pleasantries to the great corner. Jose Shorty Torres.
You get it, bro. You win on
talking with his best friend. Fighters are gathered center stage. Carlos Kramer, tell us how it was.
All right, Brave Nation, give both of these warriors a huge round of applause. This top-five main event comes to an end at 1 minute and 38 seconds of the third round. Your winner, submission due to strikes, and now, Brave Combat Federation Bantamweight Champion of the World, Nkosi, the Future, and Ndebele!
All right, Brave Nation, this next battle is 3 5-minute rounds in the bantamweight division. Introducing your first warrior, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 5 wins and just 1 loss. He stands 178 centimeters tall and weighs already 61.6 kilograms. Representing Attila's MMA and Fitness Academy and fighting out of South Africa. Put your hands together for Nkosi, the Future, and Ndebele. Introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 4 wins and just 1 loss. He stands 171 centimeters tall and weighs already 61.45 kilos. Representing BSA Martial Arts and Tiger Shark and fighting out of Indonesia. Give it up for Kamacho! Your referee in charge is Joshua.
Big thanks. Black and orange Tectisa shorts. Little glove touch, there will be no more loving those gloves until it's over. Fajar staying on the outside, just very slightly moving in to see if he can get a read on his opponent. Feinting just ever so. Nkosi and Ndebele stalking very, very carefully. Bladed stance from which he can pop forward and back very, very quickly. You see the South African flag he so proudly wears on his shorts. And first strike goes, oh, huge strike on the second one. Touch with a foot, boom with a spin kick. Fajar is closed, back to looking for the legs. Look at those hips of the Future. Shut down the attempt so far. Fajar is still on, looking for the takedown.
Bad take, ain't sure he can wrestle.
We said in the opening package that this is what he's been doing, working diligently on his wrestling. And Nkosi Ndebele making no mistakes, crossing his T's, dotting his I's.
Look at those hips, Brave Nation. They are pushed in so close to the opponent. It's very hard even to get a heel in. Watch Fajar try and get a foot in that hip so he can pop his opponent back, then try and take him down and end up in a reverse position. Because of the forward pressure of the future, that is not possible yet. We've got one foot in the hip, and it is popped out again.
Solid work so far from Nkosi Ndebele. He's trying to get those elbows in. Razor sharp. He's getting through. He needs to be wary of the triangle. I think the cage might be impeding the pass a little bit. No, full side control.
Excellent work on bottom from Fajar. Macho Kamacho has managed to get a guard of sorts.
He's being impeded by the cage here, so Nkosi's doing a great job of just holding him down, smothering his work. Nkosi was, of course, meant to fight Mati Zaharovs a month ago.
Mati's had to medically withdraw from the bout, but has made a full recovery.
That is a fight I would love to see again.
Nice little shot from on top by Nkosi Ndebele. Again, looking to pass aggressively. He's not content to simply sit inside guard, land the occasional shot. He's trying to further his position. He'll next try and trap that near arm and then rain down the big shots. And again, excellent regard attempts from Fajar.
Big shots again being landed.
Nkosi back inside a full guard. Fajar struggling to get the feet even, the heels even into the hips.
You can see what he's trying to do. He's trying to open the guard and work for some kind of submission, but it's considerably more difficult because the positional dominance and understanding of it from Nkosi is fantastic.
That elbow landed. Nkosi Ndebele may smell blood in the water now.
And this is all he needs to do. He doesn't need to take any unnecessary risk here.
This is a fighter, though, who, as you said earlier, he showed us at least a new wrinkle, if not a whole bunch of them, every time he's fought.
And it's relentless pace, as we say, that evolution of the young fighter. Every time you see him, there's something different. There's something he's added to his game. There's something he's developed. And that shows you just how seriously Nkosi Ndebele is taking the fight game.
His aim, even 6 months ago, would have been simply to strike, but what he's doing now is combining a very aggressive guard passing attempt with the striking. He's doing so very, very adroitly. Macho Camacho is very much still in this fight, but has not been able to mount any offense whatsoever.
Very dominant work from Nkosi Ndebele.
Shots are coming down harder and harder.
The referee's taking a long, hard look at this.
And harder.
I'm sure Nkosi thought he was close to finishing the fight there. What does that do to a fighter, Keurig, when you feel like you're close to finishing the fight and it doesn't happen?
It's a huge thing that good coaches train their fighters against. What happens, Brave Nation, is when you think you're almost there, whether it's from a choke, whether it's from a leg lock, whether it's from a flurry of punches, and it turns out it's not, for most fighters, that's a huge letdown. What you have to do as a great coach is teach your fighter to never get too excited that you're almost going to win. We've got some great coaches behind Nkosi Ndebele. He's been trained. Do not think you are just about to win, because if it doesn't go your way, it can have a devastating consequence both for your conditioning and for your state of mind. Nkosi the Future Ndebele is now up 10-9 and on fire.
That is definitely fair, Keurig. Some beautiful work from inside the guard by Nkosi Ndebele. Happy to get the work done. Didn't need to take any unnecessary risks.
That takedown was so close, showed such terrific work from both athletes. It nearly went back and forth and then back and forth, and in the end, Nkosi reigned supreme, and from there, he got on top, stayed on top, and that was the story of this round. 10-9 for NN. Nkosi the future, and Ndebele.
You can see Jason Van Skeltvik asking for push-off frame-off elbows, I think, there. And why not? When you have that type of frame and you're a bantamweight, why not utilize those pinpoint knees, those pinpoint elbows?
Phil, we are not looking at a bantamweight right here. We are looking at someone who is at lightweight. Thanks to the massive amount of work he puts in, he was able to drop 20 pounds and put it back on again. Little glove touch. The future is now stalking.
And even just the calm with which he approaches the fight game.
This is truly a man in the office. He's another day at work.
Very much in that flow state. Fajar almost has a look of slight deer in the headlights. He doesn't want to be first, Carrick.
Nkosi feinting a little bit, trying to get reads on his opponent.
Oh! Beautiful spinning heel kick.
Absolutely phenomenal kick, howsoever. And again, almost got taken down. Reversed it, ended up on top, and we know what's coming.
What a fantastic sequence of events.
What season is it in Bali? It is monsoon season. And the strikes are going to rain down like a monsoon. The first strikes, we're seeing first shoulder strikes of this card. It's a nasty little technique. The opponent has your hands controlled, no problem. You take a very specific part of your shoulder, the bony protrusion on the front, you drive it into your opponent's face. Not going to knock anybody out, but it is going to make them let you go. When you let them go, worse things start to happen.
Incredible top pressure from Nkosi and Ndebele right now. Partisan crowd trying to get behind Fajar. Nkosi could, I thought potentially he was going to move into mount there, but he's solidifying the side control position. Beautiful elbow.
Fajar wants to get on his side. It's going to be very, very tough for him to get up when he's flat on his back. Think about a turtle flipped over. And here comes the elbow.
And this is really all Nkosi needs to do. He's just lather, rinse, repeat. He is landing big strikes. I don't think Fajar has landed anything on him yet. Fajar 4-1 as a pro. Nkosi and Ndebele 5-1. Nkosi currently
Nkosi starting to get a little bit mad.
Oh,
starting to let those hands go.
Big shots. Could be the end.
Boom, 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 boom. It is over. Brave Nation, that is the future. That is Ndebele. And I have a little suspicion, Phil. Who's going to be next for this man? Somebody who's moving up.
It'll be interesting to see, but there has been rumors. But I'll speak about that shortly.
Brave Nation, we're getting a look at the replay of the ending. Nkosi and Ndebele decided he had had enough. He'd had enough of this position. It was time to start throwing punches. Threw about 20, 25 of them, and that was it. Call the number of punches he threw. A baker's dozen, 2 dozen. Here they are. Bam, bam, bam. Were they landing on an exposed surface? No, but this is mixed martial arts. Simply covering your face is not an intelligent defense. Fight was rightly stopped, and now we see the two exchanging words with each other. Jason van Skeltvik, manager, and for this fight, corner of Nkosi, sharing kind words with Fajar, Macho Kamacho. You can see Macho Camacho's face lumped up a little bit. He fought extremely hard in the face of a more experienced opponent. But tonight, it wasn't enough. Tonight,
gentlemen, your referee, Joshua Hamilton, has called a halt to the action at 2 minutes and 37 seconds of the second round, declaring the winner by TKO, Nkosi, the future,
Here we go, Brave Nation. This first bout is 3 5-minute rounds in the bantamweight division. Introducing your first warrior.
Fighting out of the blue corner, this man, the mixed martial artist with a professional record of 4 wins and 1 loss. He stands 178 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 61.5 kilograms. Representing Attila's MMA and Fitness Academy and fighting out of South Africa, please welcome Nkosi, the future, and Ndebele. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, this man, the mixed martial artist with a professional record of 7 wins and 2 losses. He stands 169 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 61.2 kilograms. Representing Rhino Sambo Club and fighting out of Bogota, Colombia. Give it up for Eduardo El Burro Mora.
And Ndebele, everything else is virtually identical. Your referee in charge is the Vanilla Gorilla, Mr. Aaron Wallace, the viral sensation himself. You can already see the distinct height advantage from Nkosi and Ndebele.
Phil Nkosi's corner had some interesting advice for him. Said, I don't feel like working tonight. I want you to take him out in the very first round.
Nkosi exhibits just an unbelievable amount of calm for somebody so young in their mixed martial arts career at just 4-1.
The young man is also extraordinary at getting reads on his opponent. It takes an ordinary fighter, a little bit of action right there. It takes an ordinary fighter 2 to 3 minutes generally to get a sense of his opponent's speed, timing, reach on that day, where perhaps some injuries are. When Nkosi does that in about 30 seconds, you're going to see him turn it on very, very shortly.
Nice and light on the feet, just trying to get a measure of the range, switching stances, giving Eduardo different looks. So much data to download. Beautiful straight right down the pipe. Oh, and again to the body. Nice control being exhibited so far from Nkosi.
El Burro showing a little bit of an advantage in the kicks so far. Nkosi showing a little bit of advantage, or maybe a lot of bit of advantage in the punches so far.
Mora is incrementally dropping the hands, and he's leaving a little bit of a gap. When he's kicking, he's dropping the hands, and he's leaving those gaps for Nkosi to exploit.
Nkosi's also trying to draw those hands a little bit lower with his kicks. Feinting a kick up the middle, throwing those low kicks, tends to draw those hands down, and then he goes up high.
Nkosi seems to have settled in this fight a little bit quicker, attacking the body, changing levels beautifully, mixing up the frequency of his strikes nicely as Nkosi.
That height you mentioned, Phil, is starting to show here. That extra reach is definitely a big help in this fight.
It's the longest period of inactivity in the career of Nkosi and Ndebele. His last fight, he defeated Abdul Mumin Musate by a 2nd round TKO at Brave 48. That was back in March of 2021 here in Combat Kingdom, Bahrain. Mora, the more active fighter, did fight last month, defeating Narsen Taberes by a 1st round knee bar. That being the first submission win of his career.
Nkosi, yep, there it was. Nkosi was starting to ramp up those feints a little bit. That's typical of what he does before he throws the bigger shots.
And he's fighting at range beautifully.
He also believes he has the measure of his opponent's kicks. I think you're going to see him not take those kicks, but he's going to start countering right in the middle of the kicks.
You would have thought the 5-time Colombian national Sambo champion would have tried to punch his way into the clinch and try to get a hold of Nkosi, because right now he's struggling to negate that range and get inside his own punching range.
El Burro is, for very, very good reasons, an extremely confident fighter. I think he believes in his heart he can win this fight anywhere, and he aims to prove it.
Still very much trying to download the data, trying to get a read on the stimulus being given to him by Nkosi. Nice, solid inside leg kick, taking a little bit of the pop away, but you can see every time that Mora throws, it's just a little bit shy, a little bit short. Instead of single strikes, I'd like to see him throw 2s and 3s, combination strikes to close that distance. Nkosi doing a great job of throwing his strikes, landing and getting out of the pocket.
One problem that Eduardo faces is the same problem anybody who faces Nkosi is going to have. There's nobody who's this tall and this fast in your gym. Are there people who are this tall? Absolutely. Are they this fast? Absolutely not. He is a very, very hard fighter to prepare for.
Good solid leg kick from Mora, but again, I'd like to see him follow that up a little bit with something. Single strikes is not the way to fight somebody like Nkosi.
Good strategy though. He's aware of his opponent's excellent footwork, believes, and it's correct, that if you attack those legs a little bit, it does slow down takes the edge off your opponent's footwork.
Nkosi doing a good job of giving Mora different looks, changing levels. Constant stance switching. 10 seconds to go in our opening round.
Nice try to drop Sewanagi. Big Arn steps in perfectly. We are taking it into round 2.
Solid takedown defense at the end of the round there from Nkosi, showing just how well rounded he is. Eduardo Mora showing that he is a threat when it comes to that clinch. You can see what he was trying to do. He was trying to get the throw, but Nkosi was very much wise to it. And the story of that first round, Carrick, is the difficulty that Eduardo Mora is having, negating that distance and range settled upon by Nkosi and Ndebele.
Indeed, Phil, indeed. However, once he got in, it happened at the very end of the round, but once he got in, although it didn't work, although that drop Sewanagi did not work, I guarantee you he downloaded a lot of information. I guarantee you he felt what Nkosi feels like when you hold him, when you try and pull him, when you try and push him, and that is invaluable experience. I think his corner wants to tell him, do it again, but not with 10 seconds to go in the round this time. Try that clinch again. Try a takedown again. Even if it doesn't work the second time, you're going to download valuable information. Maybe the third time is a charm.
Cage door is closed. Both combatants ready to go. Surely you would expect more of the same from Nkosi. Again, even we noticed during fight week, he is the calmest man in the hotel. Everything he does with a level of cool and calm that people like you and I just can't quite attain, Carrick.
Phil, I get a little nervous just being around people like him, and he's one of the nicest guys I know. Beautiful overhand shot from El Burro. Nice spin kick from El Burro.
That's what I want.
Finding the range a little bit better as Eduardo in this second round. 6 of Eduardo's 9 professional bouts have gone to the judges, so he is the type of fighter that's in it for the long haul. 2016 Pan Am gold medalist in combat sambo was Eduardo Mora.
Mora's done a great job of following up missed kicks with a spinning back fist, spinning hammer fist. I see Nkosi's got that defensive hand held up pretty high in response. Very intelligent counter to a very intelligent follow-up.
Make him think. Make him think.
Get that straight right down the pipe. It's beautiful for Nkosi. Oh, he hurt him to the body there, forced him to cover up. Nkosi smells a little bit of blood in the water. Another
maybe a lot of bit of blood in the water.
Take it easy. Think about where you
Another
are.
shot to the body. You can see the big, deep breaths from Eduardo Mora.
Make him think. Don't give him time to get comfortable.
Oh, trying to get that knee through. Decent knee shield initially from Mora, but has he been compromised to the body, Carrick?
He may have a broken rib.
Oh! Big shot. And Nkosi is relentless with these knees. Doing a great job of just finding these little pockets of space.
See the opening, take it.
Phil, Eduardo's not trying to change position here. He's not trying to get his back off the fence. That does lead me to believe that there is something wrong with one of those ribs.
Solid grappling being exhibited here by the future.
Feel his body move. Feel his body move.
His coach Attila was not able to be here, but I guarantee he's extremely happy with what he's watching right now.
Cheeky little fence grab from Eduardo.
Lead the back of the leg. That's it. The whole time.
That'll be noted by referee Arm Wallace.
Feel where his weight is.
Solid body lock here from Nkosi. And he's just driving that knee into the meat of the thigh. Oh, tried the throw, but it was denied. Now going for that Kimura grip. As we know, Carrick, a lot of the time that Kimura grip is used to break your opponent's grip.
Even if you must pull him back.
May try and spin out now.
Take your time.
That move is named for Masahiko Kimura, popularized in the modern era of mixed martial arts by Sakuraba. Had a great deal of luck with it. But it's hard to communicate, Brave Nation. Nkosi looks like he's very thin, and people associate thinness with a lack of strength. Do not believe that. This man's power is remarkable.
He has to carry.
Every time we see Nkosi in their Brave arena, he has developed a new wrinkle to his game. It's that evolution of the sport that's so intriguing.
The wrestling is something he's always kept in his back pocket. He had it, but it's been developing to a higher and higher level. He happens to have a preference for striking, but I think he wants to see what he can do in terms of his wrestling. Maybe impress Coach Attila, who we know is watching on television right now. Little giraffe fighting going on right now. Brave Nation, a central part of this sport, particularly when you're pushed up against the cage, is that head position. Each of these athletes is vying to get their head in a slightly better leveraged position. Right now that position is held by Nkosi Ndebele.
And I say this every time we're watching an MMA fight. This is the most draining aspect of the sport, that clinch game, that 50-50 against the cage, where it looks like nothing's going on, but it's an unstoppable force meeting an immovable object. Two opposing forces trying to implement their game plan, trying to force their will upon one another, and often that can result in one of those draining stalemates in combat sports. Nkosi again finishing strong, good hips, solid draw. And again, solid work from Nkosi Ndebele.
No question in my mind, that is a 2018 round thus far. We do have a little bit of a dream team of officials cage side. I don't always agree with everything they say, but they're better than I am. I will always defer to them. I do believe, though, that Nkosi Ndebele is now up by 20-18. His corner probably believes the exact same thing, is going to tell their fighter, is going to tell El Burro, go out there and finish the fighter in this round.
And Nkosi Ndebele is finding those straight shots better than BA Airlines find lost luggage. Yes, they did lose my luggage. Yes, I am salty about it. Yes, I did call them out on worldwide television. Nkosi Ndebele doing a fantastic job so far at showing his maturation as a well-rounded, fully fledged mixed martial artist. And surely if you're in the corner of Eduardo Mora right now, you're telling him you're potentially down 2 rounds. You need to throw the kitchen sink at Nkosi and go for the finish.
And Phil, there's a little wrinkle on conditioning. Nkosi chose not to sit down on the stool in that round. He stood the entire time.
That's all he's got. He's not setting it up.
Very measured, mature performance thus far from Nkosi Ndebele.
Nkosi is trying to set up shots a little bit harder now. I think both these fighters have been given the order, end it in this round.
When he throws those kicks, the hands drop, of course. Don't always wait.
If mixed martial arts competition is a dance, it is Nkosi who has been leading that dance pretty much throughout the entirety of this round, and indeed in the beginning of this third round.
Having said that, El Burro has been in the thick of this the entire time. Maybe down on points, absolutely is not broken.
That's where you're going to get him, because he's moving straight backwards.
Doing a good job of attacking in little bursts, almost lulling Eduardo into a false sense of security and then pulsing forward with his attacks.
Phil, that's a method that was developed by Muhammad Ali. He would flick out a jab, barely touch, throw the exact same jab with power on it.
Don't let him move.
to devastating effect. See a little bit of that from Nkosi.
He's only
He'll
moving
throw
to the
same
one
shot.
side.
One
As
of them will
soon as
have
you
everything
throw,
on
watch
it,
the
one
kick.
of them will have next
He's
to
only
nothing.
going to
Makes
his
it
left.
very hard to know what's coming at you.
Look, he's only going to his left. Anticipate it. See,
So
same
Nkosi
side.
go to the body with the hands earlier. Might be a good strategy.
That's
again,
it. Now
particularly
put
since he may have
pressure.
caused some damage to the body with that kick in round 2.
And again, in that tiring, draining, debilitating clinch position.
I want you to put damage, course. Damage. Don't just control. Damage.
I
Knees,
don't think it
elbows.
would be too much
Head
of a
under
stretch
the
to say
chin.
this is potentially the best version of Nkosi we've seen so far in the Brave Arena.
It has. He's shown some wrestling that he may have possessed before, but for whatever reason did not show us. Interesting strategy here from El Burro. Rather than try and reverse position on the wall, he tries to set up takedowns.
Tried to throw the spinning elbow there, just shy, but now he has Nkosi pressed against. But great defense to reverse the position, turning defense into attack is Nkosi and Ndebele.
And again, Mora looking for a takedown from that back up against the fence position.
Eduardo Mora has asked questions of Nkosi and Ndebele, and he has answered emphatically thus far. Midway point of the third and final round.
Nkosi doing that giraffe fighting, positioning for superior leverage with his head. Mora again was trying to set up a takedown from there. Partially committed to it and was countered.
Just how frustrating is this for Eduardo Mora, Carrick? He's tried to initiate and secure the takedown and ends up getting taken down himself.
This is a perfect example of mixed martial arts. It's very easy to shut somebody down. If Mora never wanted to be taken down, he absolutely could do that. The reason he was taken down is he committed to a takedown himself. That is the nature of the sport.
Momentarily had wrist control, thought about Kimura, but good job to get back to his feet from El Burro here. Probably going to eat a couple of knees. Oh, rolling for the knee. Point of the knee is safe, and eats a big shot for his trouble.
Big props to Nkosi for escaping from that. That was, if I recall correctly, how El Burro won his last fight.
Correct. Third round as well, showing that he's dangerous throughout the course of a 3-round fight.
Looking for that standing figure 4, that standing Kimura again. Nkosi may switch to a takedown grip and got it.
Beautiful work, but again, Eduardo very much doing everything he can to stay in this fight, but he needs to pull out the spectacular right now, Carrick. What do you say to him if you're in the corner? Disengage and just either with your shield or on your sword kind of approach.
He's landed very many low kicks. Absolutely would be disengaged, throw a couple of low kicks, try and get Nkosi's hands a little bit low, and then throw a high kick out of nowhere.
Well, he only has 30 seconds with which to do something like that. When you have Nkosi in the belly with a body lock around your hands connected, it's going to be very difficult to create the separation and then the offense in the limited time we have left.
Stay active here for me, lads. Come on.
Short time now, Brave Nation.
Watch the back of the head.
10 seconds.
Watch the back of the head.
Again, every time that Eduardo has tried that takedown, it has been denied.
Big Iron separates them. Excellent fight by both parties. In all likelihood, we do know who our winner is.
Yeah, like we said, a very mature, confident performance from Nkosi and Ndebele, and doesn't look overly enthused with his own performance. He gets the embrace from his corner, Jason van Schalvik. Again, at 27 years old, with another performance like that, just approaching his prime, it's the possibilities and potential for Nkosi are limitless at the moment.
100% limitless, and he absolutely should not feel bad for not getting a submission, for not getting a knockdown, because he was fighting Eduardo El Burro Mora, who is a tremendous fighter.
Yeah, props to Eduardo Mora. Lesser fighters would have realized that they weren't going to win the fight, may have taken
taking me out, but he was in it right to the end, showing that type of heart, that type of corazon that the Latin fighters are renowned for.
Nkosi walks over, offers respect to the corner. Brave Nation, hold tight. Carlos Kramer has the official decision. And I do believe the Roaring Lion is going to make it official.
All right, Brave Nation, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges scored about 30-27. Your winner by unanimous decision. Out of the blue corner from South Africa, Nkosi, the future, Ndebele. All right, Brave Nation, don't blink. This next battle is 3 5-minute rounds in the bantamweight division. Brave Nation, introducing your first warrior. Fighting out of the blue corner, this man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 3 wins and 1 loss. He stands 178 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 61.6 kilograms. Representing Attila MMA and fighting out of South Africa, please welcome Nkosi, the future, and Ndebele. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 6 wins and 3 losses. He stands 175 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 61.5 kilograms. Fighting out of Morocco, give it up for Abdelmoumen Masate.
How chilled out does Nkosi look pre-fight?
Unreal. Even just having a little bit of a glimpse at his movement as well as he was hearing his opponent announced. What a spectacular matchup this is set to be. Masate in the red corner, Ndebele in the blue. We are off.
He's deceptively long and rangy. You don't realize just how far away you can be from him and still get caught with the shots.
That karate style that he comes from, the way he can cover distance. I mean, he's got long limbs as it is. Look at the length of that jab, that straight laser-like jab coming at you. But on top of that, he can get in and out huge distances in a split second.
Do you remember Dalsim from Street Fighter?
I remember them well, yes.
Both guys just trying to get a little bit of a read on one another.
Masate fighting very smartly right now. He's circling, not letting his opponent get him lined up to throw those shots.
Yeah, Masate, when you look back at his other fights, the way he looks to get it to the ground is throw big hooks to get a connection to lock it up. You've got to be so careful with Ndebele.
Oh,
dangerous.
Big shot over the top.
Yeah, without stunning stuff. Oof.
Even just the range covered with that jab.
Such.
Like, you think you're out of harm's way, and next thing you get a big old brave glove to the face.
Yeah, it was such a stifling weapon as well, because it takes you out of your rhythm. It stops your forward motion, and it comes from nowhere as well, so your timing. Oh, look at the right hand off that jump knee.
Like, the jump knee was the feint that set up the right.
Yes. Now the clinch. Oh, but down.
Oh, that looked like a little bit of a guard pull to me. I think Masate was trying to. Oh, and Nkosi telling him to get back to the feet.
No, you're not getting me down to the mat that easily.
It's such a simple thing, gentlemen, but it so often doesn't happen. So often fighters jump into that clinch when they shouldn't.
Oh, did Nkosi get rocked a little bit there?
I think that was a head clash, actually, Phil. When they came in, he went forward.
But Nkosi with the takedown.
And he's got to be careful here. That jiu-jitsu game, he's got a very active guard off his back, Masate.
Oh, that head clash may have actually caught Masate right in the eye. Oh, he's compromised, gentlemen.
I can't quite
he's trying
see
to work,
that. Yes.
Trying to work for an armbar.
Oof.
Oh, that cut has definitely compromised the vision. You can see him trying to blink it out, but he's trying to work for an
working
armbar.
for the armbar. That's the elbow's okay, but he might switch that round.
Looking for the triangle. Nkosi's got to posture back. Keep that head behind the knees.
Sit back on his heels just as he's doing. Very intelligent. He can't be diving in like that. It's very dangerous.
Such an active guard off the bottom. And yet you can see that cut. And it was off the fact that Masate bounced off the cage. So looking for the submission yet again.
Nkosi doing the right thing by keeping his head on the outside of the thigh to transition into side control.
Is it Masate that's cut? I think it's Masate over it's the blood.
Yes, Masate, yeah. Potential for knees to the body here.
Coming.
And he has these long legs. Oh, dropping, rolling, straight back into guard, but great work from Ndebele.
Needs to be aware of that triangle again. Masate has the wrist.
Very smooth pass to half guard.
Oh, trying to
leg
lock up a
coming.
leg.
Ooh, working his way down.
The danger with a leg lock in this position is you have to commit fully to it with both hands, which then leaves your face vulnerable to a mild rate of face punching.
Oh, you can see that is a cut just on the left eyebrow there. Still working for that, digging deep, trying to stretch that left leg of Ndebele, but as you said, Phil, just taking damage as he tries.
Trying to creep that guard up the back of Nkosi. Nkosi needs to posture just a little bit. He can't be in that no man's land space.
How impressed are you with the attacks from the bottom, Kirik?
Extremely. This is obviously a world-class guard we're looking at, and it's happening in the face of heavy pressure from strikes.
He's touching his eye. Something happened to Masate's eye there. I don't know whether that's just blood going in, but he kept touching it, and that's what caused him to turn over.
I think it's the blood. I don't think he's able to see out of that
up
eye.
Kick there.
That
accidental but illegal kick. Looking victory roll, looking for that knee
work
bar.
May try and work into a heel hook here.
He is trying that, and you can actually still get it from.
Could go inside out on it.
Yeah. This is not the sort of game you want to play with a world-class grappler like Masate.
This is the kind of work Nkosi Ndebele needs if he wants to take over the world. He's got to face a high-level grappler like that and hold his own.
You can see Masate trying to free up those legs.
And Nkosi showing that he can hang with a really decent grappler.
I was so impressed. Oh, he's looking to lean back. Not enough time there, but
very interesting first round, gentlemen.
Great first round. We saw the striking there from Ndebele, but the active guard, the attack after attack coming forward, and you saw that. They were going straight back when the head clash, and Masate is making those movements. You'll see it here. He bounces off the cage. No, that was the wrong one. Strong work from Ndebele. But like you said, just an intriguing matchup.
Gentlemen, if you're in Nkosi's corner, what do you tell him? What I tell him is don't go down to the ground. Keep it standing, son.
Just checking the eye there. It does look a little compromised. You see a slightly forlorn look on the face of Masate. He may be communicating that he can't continue.
If blood pours into the eye, it can cause
shaking his head.
A temporary inability to see.
Referee taking long. He's taking a long, hard look at this.
Fighter is not getting off his stool.
He is now. He has
a little bit of gamesmanship. Spill
a lot of bit of gamesmanship, buying himself a little bit extra time.
But still saying he can continue.
I genuinely thought the fight had ended there with the fighter shaking his head.
But we might have seen, again, a little mental dent in the armor there. He's talking to his corner still. This is dangerous because you do not want to switch off in a fight like this against the doctor's going to check it.
It's also dangerous, nor do you want to put a fighter in there who doesn't want to be in there.
Without a doubt, with somebody as dangerous
as that's a great point, Brian Lacey.
Gentlemen, I believe he's saying he can't see properly. The doctor is examining both irises.
If you say you can't see, the fight is over. That's it. We done?
No, we're still on.
Doctor liked what he saw. The fight is on.
Round 2 underway. Ndebele in the blue corner, Masate in the red. Back and forth they went on the ground. Round number 1.
Masate's still blinking that eye out a little bit, guys.
It certainly bothered him on the ground. There was a point where he did turtle up, touching it. Then he attacked.
I love the way Nkosi's switching stances now. Just means he opens himself up to a whole new diversity of attacks. Oh, beautiful uppercut.
Just glances.
Nice
doesn't
job
quite-
getting in that single, too.
Big shots coming down now. Masate has got to find a way to survive. Ndebele's got to be careful picking his shots here. This is a grounded opponent.
He's doing a good job just landing the uppercut.
Knee.
Oh, that's a big knee.
Right in front of us. Almost rose him off the ground.
Ooh.
Oh, and the
he's down!
It's over!
Wow.
Nkosi, the future, Ndebele gets it done. Gentlemen, has the future just become the present?
Wow.
That knee came all the way from South Africa.
And it arrived in style. Phenomenal stuff. Round one was a chess match between the two. Round two, that is as definitive a finish as you are ever going to see. Right in front of us here in the commentary booth. He rose him off the ground with one knee, and then when he got the clinch, finished it up. Stunning stuff from the future Ndebele.
Absolutely sumptuous finish. Just in the clinch. Knees right up the pipe. Precision, pinpoint accuracy. Referee Decky Larkin knew it was the finished shot.
Oh, wow. That one clips these connect. Look, stopped by the forearm.
Oh.
Boom, that found a way through.
Right up to the temple, down to the ground.
Lovely clinch work. Inescapable clinch work from Nkosi.
Just so strong, so powerful. You
Now
look
Del
at-
Mumin Masate is now up on his feet. He's drinking water. His composure is returned, but this fight is entirely over.
And what a way to continue your run in the Brave Cage. 4-1 now. Such an exciting young talent, rising star here under the Brave Federation. And just how chilled he is now, even after that battle. Let's make it official. Let's give him that moment. Let's raise that South African flag. Let's hand it to the Roaring Lion.
All right, Brave Nation, another amazing finish. This comes to an end at 46 seconds of round two. Your winner by TKO, Nkosi, the future, Ndebele. All right, Brave Nation, this next battle is 3 5-minute rounds in a catchweight bout of 72 kilograms. Introducing your first warrior. Fighting out of the blue corner, this man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 2 wins and 1 loss. He stands 178 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 71.5 kilograms. Fighting out of Attila MMA in South Africa, please welcome Nkosi, the future, Ndebele. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 3 wins and 2 losses. He stands 167.6 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 71.5 kilograms. Fighting out of Team Fight Fortress in Islamabad, Pakistan. Give it up for Zia Mashwani Warrior.
24. And Nkosi pretty chilled out. Was even hints of the floss there as he was getting started. And as we say, every time we've seen this young man, it's a beautiful pop jab. And every time we've seen Nkosi, he's got better. But what a kick from Mashwani. Both men earning the respect of one another. Nkosi with the jabs, Mashwani with those beautiful leg kicks. And
Mashwani Warrior pressing, Nkosi moving back in a circle, trying to get distance. Now we're going to have a look at their wrestling, Phil.
nice work
And
so
they
far.
separate.
Good work from Nkosi to disengage with that clinch. As we say, training with Coach Attila, his wrestling game's only going to get better, but when you have somebody who's pretty much been wrestling since birth in Mashwani, it's very, very difficult to try and go toe-to-toe in the wrestling realm.
Mashwani Warrior, back body lock, succeeded in driving his opponent to the knees. Hard to take a man down in the sport, harder to keep him there.
And you can see, yes, Nkosi may be the longer, rangier fighter, but Mashwani definitely the more compact, thicker tree stump Toquinho-style fighter.
Phil, odds makers liked Ndebele in this fight, but Mashwani Warrior is showing that he absolutely is in this to win it.
And as we say, in sports like boxing, you know, young prospects like this wouldn't even consider fighting each other for between 5 and 10 years, but mixed martial arts is a completely different animal where the best consistently fight the best, and that's what you're getting here at Brave Combat Federation 45. Nice work from Nkosi to get back up, but Mashwani, dog with a bone, gets the takedown. And Nkosi, as soon as his back touches the ground, back up to his feet. Wonderful developments in the young man's game.
Absolutely. At this point a year ago, we would have seen Nkosi Ndebele on his back trying to hold on. Now we're seeing him doing what he wants to do. It is, Phil, going to take him a little while to get his rhythm going. It always does, but once he gets it going, boy, when it's on, it's something special.
Showing a nice little diversity of strikes, and that was a very aggressive shooing kick from Mashwani. Nice head movement and rolling work from Nkosi, who looks like he's starting to find his groove a little bit, as you alluded to, Keurig. Lateral movement and beautiful stiff jab. And Nkosi starting to turn it up just a little bit. Will Mashwani close the distance for the takedown? Nice work from Nkosi again, showing those developments in his game. Oh, knee attempt, just shy with it.
Phil, that could have been it right there.
Mashwani in on a deep single, made switch and transition down to the left ankle.
Coach Ali was there reminding his fighter, Mashwani Warrior, keep his head position.
Oh, beautiful elbows to the side of the head from Nkosi.
That's exactly what the coach warned him about.
Oh, they are huge.
Coach wanted that head just a little bit higher. Move the head up just a little bit, and that point of the elbow can no longer land
and again,
the way it is now.
He's opened up Mashwani with those elbows. How could he not? There was about 6 or 7 there.
Big props. Coach Ali saw that one coming, warned his fighter in the heat of the action. Mashwani Warrior didn't hear it or chose a different path, and he is paying a price for that now.
A cut may just be in and around the top of the head of Mashwani, and it's starting to leak a little bit there.
Over and again, Phil, I'm asked for one piece of advice that you can give to fighters, and it's a simple one. Listen to your coach.
Yeah, Mashwani really is starting to leak now like an umbrella with a hole in it. Nice work from Nkosi to change the position, and I
believe the doctor may be called in to have a look at the cut. Again, fighter health and safety is paramount always in Brave Combat Federation.
Just having a little bit of a look at the cut, and it doesn't seem to be impeding the vision right now. It seems to be more in the hairline than it does directly above the eye, but you can see, yeah, that's a deep cut. Deggy Larkin just making sure with the doctors, and if you're Nkosi and Ndebele, do you target that cut now?
You do. You start trying to circle towards it, land a jab. If your opponent goes in for a takedown again, which is almost sure to happen, you try that elbow again. Mashwani Warrior trying to land that right low kick.
Trying to land that big overhand, but just a little bit too close. Oh, beautiful 1-2, Nkosi.
Mashwani Warrior
diving
staggered.
In. He smells blood. There's a head kick, drops him. Referee taking a long, hard look at this. Beautiful strikes being followed up here by Nkosi.
Mashwani Warrior back to his feet.
Oh, crushing elbow again from Nkosi. How much can Zaya take of this punishment? Knee to the head. Oh, Mashwani's out on his feet. That's
it now. Deggy Larkin has stopped the fight. Mashwani has stopped.
Nkosi
the future in Ndebele.
Nkosi with a beautiful barrage of punches, all predicated off that beautiful 1-2. Has the head kick, has the knee, follows up. Beautiful stoppage by referee Deggy Larkin. Realized that the fighter was out on their feet, calls an end to the action. No protestation from the fighter, no protestation from his corner, illustrating that it was the right call. Congratulations, the future may just have become the present, Keurig.
Oh, Phil, what a moment that was. That is power. That is raw power. Boom! The fighter goes down again. And then a barrage of shots to the head, knee to the head, everything but the kitchen sink.
Great call when just seconds later, Decky Larkin stepped in and ended it.
Yeah, you could see just, I think what referee Decky Larkin did right there was he didn't necessarily save the fighter from Nkosi and Ndebele, he saved Mashwani Warrior from himself. There was no need for him to take on any more unnecessary punishment. Fantastic stoppage from one of the best in the world, Decky the Bandit Larkin.
Great action from everybody in the Brave cage. Great TKO win for the future. Great heart and skill shown by Zia Mashwani Warrior and Decky the Larkin, best in the business. Great officiating. Oh, wouldn't mind. See, they're a little bit weakened. Brave Nation isn't able to see it, but right now, Phil and I are sitting across from the two, having a word with each other. Mashwani Warrior, of course, devastated but collecting himself.
And it's great to see Mashwani back to his feet. And Carlos Kramer, make it official, my friends.
All right, Brave Nation, what an incredible and exciting bout that was. This comes to an end at 4 minutes and 29 seconds of the very first round. Referee Decky Larkin stops about TKO due to strikes for the future. Nkosi and Ndebele. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this next battle takes place with 3 5-minute rounds in the bantamweight division. Introducing your first warrior. Fighting out of the blue corner, this man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 1 win and 3 losses. He stands 170 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 61.6 kilograms. Representing Straight Blast Gym Charlestown and fighting out of Ireland, please welcome in Concrete Cleary. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, this man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 1 win and 1 loss. He stands 178 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 61.45 kilograms. Representing Dainfern Fight Club and fighting out of Joburg, South Africa, please welcome Nkosi, the future, and Ndebele. Your referee is Ferdinand Basson.
Phil, we're just about to witness a straight line versus an infinite circle. Seconds away now.
Ian Cleary with a huge smile on his face. Can't wait to get started.
Fight's on. Cleary moving in behind the 1-2. Nkosi is never going to let anything go unanswered.
Nice quick inside leg kick from Nkosi and Ndebele.
Nkosi trying to touch his opponent, not necessarily load up and score a knockout shot, but touch his opponent. When you touch your opponent, you start to get a feeling for how he reacts. Once you know he's going to react, then you can win the fight. Little oblique kick, I like that.
Ian Cleary trying to strive forward with that lead uppercut. Switching stances, trying to give Nkosi different looks, and you can see the changing of the levels from Ian Cleary, almost as if to preempt that takedown.
Nkosi's footwork is so difficult to follow. He sometimes appears to be in trouble, but simply disappears. He's got a little matrix thing going on. Oh!
No tell head kick. Ian Cleary just smiles at him, and more often than not, that's a way of saying, yes, you caught me. Ian Cleary looking for that lead hook, switching stances.
I'm liking that shifting from side to side.
Interesting strategic matchup. Ian Cleary with the double underhooks. Big takedown, but Nkosi into belly.
Huge moment, Phil, for Nkosi. He's been working incredibly hard with Coach Attila on his wrestling. You just saw the fruits of that right in front of us.
Working inside the guard of Ian Concrete Cleary right now. Concrete trying to tie up those arms, but Ndebele getting the strikes off.
Phil, Ndebele prefers to stand and strike from the outside. I am profoundly interested to see what kind of a ground and pound game he's got. We're starting to see that rain of elbows.
He's doing the right thing by trying to pin in Cleary against the cage so that he can't extend the hips and create a little bit of space for himself.
One of the keys here, Phil, one of the keys is keeping your head above your opponent's head. If Ndebele can keep his head higher than Concrete's head, it's very hard to get off that floor.
Concrete with a foot on the hip. We may see him try and switch for an armbar. Try and use that foot as a pivot point, but Cleary works back up to the feet. Eats some shots for his efforts. Little bit of separation. Nice stiff jab from Nkosi Ndebele.
And that was a clean lead left elbow right before that jab. It's actually taken some of the starch out of his opponent.
Ian Concrete clearly as tough as they come, just marching forward.
Cleary may circle for a couple seconds more until his head completely clears from that elbow. Then we'll see him resume the attack.
Attacking that leg seems to be the game plan of Nkosi Ndebele. Nkosi really light on the feet. Seems to be really loose and enjoying himself in there.
This is a critical moment in a young fighter's career, Phil. What Nkosi is doing is working, but he cannot get overconfident.
Again, Nkosi with the straight shot. Head kick attempt from Ian Cleary. And Nkosi is opening up.
Crowd is going wild. Head moving around.
Beautiful sprawl from Nkosi Ndebele. You can see he must have been working diligently on the wrestling. Timed the sprawl beautifully. Attempts a knee to the body. I think that was an illegal knee. Not quite sure if it connected clean. The referee seemed to be happy with it.
The referee's happy, the future's happy.
Ian needs to dig into the underhook and turn towards Nkosi Ndebele.
This is a nice new little wrinkle. We got some nice dirty boxing from the future. New wrestling, new dirty boxing.
Tried that snap down knee. He's really working on that lead leg of Ian Cleary. Trying to take the pop out of the shots, lands beautifully and disengages.
Phil, this is a fighter who used to want to be where we see him right now, standing in the outside, throwing big pot shots. He has hugely expanded his game in just a year.
Nice leg kick from Ian Cleary. Yeah, we're seeing the evolution of Nkosi Ndebele, not just a striker now, but a well-rounded mixed martial artist. Beautiful front kick, showing a real diversity of strikes.
Short time, Phil, under 10 seconds.
Ian Cleary trying to land that uppercut, trying to anticipate the takedown attempt. Beautiful fight from Nkosi Ndebele.
Fantastic first round, Phil. I think we're both calling that one 10-9 for the future. Phil, if you were in Concrete's corner, what would you be saying to him right now?
I'd be telling him to use the straight shots to close the distance, force Nkosi Ndebele to walk backwards, clinch with him and try and hit the takedown. I'd like to see Ian Cleary try and implement his top game a little bit more if he can get that takedown.
If I was in Nkosi's corner, I'd be telling him stay calm, but stay confident. Don't go crazy, you're winning the fight, so keep doing it.
Second round, here we go.
Nkosi right ready to get back into it. We saw the oblique kick land, low kicks, middle kicks, high kicks.
Nice work.
Beautiful combination from Concrete.
That's trademark Owen Roddy. Hit the body, leg kick, beautiful work. Nkosi utilizing that reach, just popping off the long, stiff jab. Trying to land that straight down the middle. Beautiful again, body to leg kick. That's working beautifully for Ian Cleary.
Phil, I'm seeing Cleary try and fade straight back from some of those long shots. That could be problematic for him later when Nkosi decides to start following up.
Gets caught with a nice straight from Nkosi. Nkosi trying to give Cleary different looks. Tries the spinning attempt. Just shy, a little bit too close.
There's always a risk reward with highlight reel techniques.
Beautiful question mark kick from Nkosi Ndebele. Doesn't quite catch it clean, but he's showing Cleary that it's there. Cleary trying to find a way to close that distance and get inside. That's where he's having the most success. Working the body, working the legs.
Phil, I'm very impressed to see Cleary shifting from side to side. It's a lot harder than it looks when you've got someone like the Future throwing shots at you.
Oh, nice getting the head off the center line as Cleary replying with a shot of his own. Really starting to work that body. That's good investment.
Phil, this is why fighters tend to throw single shots in MMA. If you throw one shot, you can pop back to safety. Throw two, you may get countered. Throw three, you're standing right in front of an opponent and you're moving forward and your opponent's trying to knock you out.
Head kick attempt from Cleary. Just lands more so on the gloves. I'm liking the work from Cleary, working the body, working the legs, changing levels.
Cleary clearly having a little bit better round.
Midway point of the second round. Shovel hook attempt from Nkosi Ndebele. Cleary upping the work rate.
What a Superman punch.
Nice head movement from Cleary. Needs to up the output a little bit. Really take the fight to Nkosi Ndebele.
Nkosi did try a three-punch combination. He paid a heavy price for it. We're going to see him, I believe, move back to single shots until he starts landing those consistently, and then maybe follow up with one more. Cleary coming in at all angles.
Trying to switch stances and momentarily lead with that rear hand uppercut. Again with that push kick from Nkosi Ndebele. That's the kind of kick, as soon as I see it land, it makes me cringe just a little bit.
That's a kick that, if it lands perfectly, can cause permanent knee damage. But before anybody worry about that, getting hit in the head's not good for you either.
Cleary trying to take down, defended by Nkosi. Clinch game initiated by Cleary. Nkosi reverses him, so he's now pressuring Cleary against the cage. Over-under position. Spinning back kick from Nkosi. He may have hurt Cleary.
He hurt him bad to the body.
And he's on
that spinning, that landed to the body.
But Cleary's firing back, covering up, trying to fire back, shoots at the double. Beautiful defense.
Fantastic attack, fantastic defense. This is mixed martial arts. This is Brave Combat Federation.
Cleary may be in trouble of giving up his back here. Nkosi in the parterre position.
Nkosi may be showing us he's developing a submission game as well. Smart referee wants to see some defense.
Cleary needs to roll on that arm. He has that arm pinned. He needs to try and barrel roll with it. Try and barrel roll forward.
He's looking for it, but Philly doesn't have the elbow yet. Very short time, seconds away.
Big knee to the body to finish.
Phil, there might have been a little bit of a question somewhere in that round, but that was absolutely, once again, 10-9 for the Future.
It was an incredibly close round until that finishing salvo from Nkosi Ndebele, but Cleary living up to his nickname Concrete by absorbing those kind of shots. I'd be wondering if the hands are okay of Nkosi Ndebele, because you don't want to be punching concrete.
That is a stone fact. Ian, concrete is concrete. excuse me, Ian, Concrete Cleary is now looking at a fight where he has to finish his opponent. He cannot win by a decision. We saw a beautiful Superman attempt that I think if he had timed it exactly perfectly could have ended the fight. We may see a second one. You're going to see Concrete trying to end his opponent.
He really has to go out now and take the fight to Nkosi and Ndebele.
I love seeing that.
Give each other a hug and then try and knock one another out.
And then try and whack him back in the liver.
You see Ian Cleary trying to take the fight, trying to put the pressure on Nkosi. Nkosi showing some lovely striking, mixing in the kicks and the hands beautifully, but beautiful hook from Ian Cleary. Needs to land a few more of those. Little cut just above the right eye of Ian Cleary. And Nkosi's loose seems to be opening up a little bit, finishing. Starting the third round in very much the same fashion as he finished the second round.
Phil, Nkosi may look like he's showboating. It may look like he's super confident, but he is maintaining distance. He's actually fighting very carefully and very smartly just outside of his opponent's range.
Popping that jab out absolutely beautifully. Just shy with the uppercut.
Last round when Nkosi threw combinations, except for the very end, he was paying a price for it. He seems a little more confident this round, starting to put things together.
Ian Cleary must be thinking to himself, what do I need to do to penetrate the defenses of Nkosi and Ndebele? Beautiful takedown from Ian Cleary. Lands in full mount. If he can posture now, this is the most success Ian Cleary has had throughout the entirety of this fight. Will it be a case of too little too late, or will he work to the finish?
This is going to be an opportunity for Nkosi to show how developed his ground game is. This is a terrible position to be in, but it is not an impossible one. And he's out! And he's in! And he's out!
Beautiful work from Nkosi and Ndebele to reverse the position and now land on top of Ian Cleary. Again, showing how he's progressing as a mixed martial artist.
Phil, this is evolution. Such an honor to have seen a fighter evolve before our eyes.
Ian has that knee shield, trying to work inside to reclaim half guard or guard. Needs to move in towards Nkosi and Ndebele.
Very sophisticated guard pass underway.
Just trying to smash that leg down. May again take the back. Ian Cleary trying to work to his feet. Needs to turn in towards Nkosi and Ndebele.
Concrete up on his feet, still eating some shots, but showed he is completely still in this fight. Got some money in the bank, knees to the legs. Knees to the legs don't end fights, but they take your opponent away, drag him down to the ground. Can he hold him?
May try and get a hook in. Again, Ian Cleary works to get to his feet.
Nkosi and Ndebele is showing, there's that hook. Is he gonna get the second one? Very tough to do when you're pressed up against the cage.
Hammer fist being landed by Nkosi and Ndebele to try and soften up Ian Cleary.
The future's wisely posturing back, trying to weaken his opponent. When he feels like he's done as much as he can, he would try to put in that second hook. Didn't happen. He's going right back to punishing those legs.
Huge knee, but Ian Cleary trying to pop right back up. Again, needs to turn in towards Nkosi.
That was a perfect example of the risk reward that is mixed martial arts. Those big knees are huge, but they also give your opponent a chance to stand up.
A minute left. Ian Cleary really needs to go after it. Needs to throw the kitchen sink at Nkosi and Ndebele if he has any chance of taking the victory here.
Phil, it's hard for me to express how impressed I am with this new future. This is not a fighter who just wants to stand on the outside. This is a man who will dirty box you all day. This is a man who, if he gets caught on bottom, will escape. gets on top, will rain down strikes.
Cleary trying to break the gap.
Back suplex!
Beautiful belly to back suplex from Nkosi and Ndebele. What maturity from Nkosi and Ndebele.
Short time, 10 seconds.
There we have it. After 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges.
We have seen the future, and we saw concrete. What durability that gentleman possesses. Nkosi and Ndebele jumping up on the Scuffle Media cage, throwing his hands up to his fans.
But again, just what evolution we saw from Nkosi and Ndebele. Showing that he's not just a one-dimensional fighter, showing that his wrestling and maturity and fight IQ has evolved tenfold since the last time we saw him in the Brave Arena.
Concrete Cleary getting some blood taken off his face, or not blood, but as he puts it, a little sweat. The future thrilling the South African fans, marching around the Scuffle Media cage with the South African flag.
Well, let's make it official and throw it up to the one and only Mr. Carlos Kramer for the official decision.
All right, South Africa, another incredible bout for Brave 31 South Africa. After 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. Your first judge scores about 30-27. Your next judge scores about 30-26. And your last judge scores about 30-27 for your winner. By unanimous decision, Nkosi, the future, and Ndebele. All right, ladies and gentlemen, your next battle is 3 5-minute rounds in the featherweight division. Introducing your first warrior. Fighting out of the blue corner, this man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 14 wins and 2 losses. He stands 175 centimeters tall and weighs already 66 kilograms. Representing Saras's team and fighting out of Egypt, give it up for the Prince, Ahmed Torres. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, this man's a mixed martial artist who's making his MMA debut. He stands 178 centimeters tall and weighs already 66 kilograms. Representing Fight Club South Africa and fighting out of Johannesburg, South Africa, give it up for Nkosi, the future, and Ndebele. Your referee is Hwende Basson.
Look at the swagger of Nkosi and Ndebele. Striding in like he owns the place, Carrick.
Both fighters are kitted out, in my opinion, the finest MMA apparel on the planet from Green Hill, and it's on! Round 1! Very unorthodox kicking from the Prince.
Oh, nearly a head kick there, but turns it into a takedown attempt of his own. Oh, beautiful double under.
Oh, reverse!
Ndebele.
The crowd goes crazy!
Oh, he may look to get a second hook in here.
Reverse, reverse!
Oh, behave yourself. That was beautiful. First chance he may have to land some elbows here in his career. But look
armbar
at
attempt.
Yeah. Oh, is he in on the armbar? That looks tight. He's just trying to extend that.
It is tight.
He does have 5 first-round armbars in his professional career.
It's so tight he may have 6.
Oh, that looks super tight. What grit by Nkosi to hold on.
Nkosi means king. The king is holding on. He's holding on tight. He's getting a little bit of an angle now. He's got leverage.
The Prince just readjusting here, looking to peel the hands away. Nkosi doing everything he can to stay compact and not allow Ahmed to get the space to extend the hips, Carrick.
Brave Nation, there's not a lot of action here, but trust me, there is a lot of action. Although they are micro movements, both these fighters are in the fight of their life.
Oh, this is an absolute dogfight right here. It's an unstoppable force meeting an immovable object right now.
With the object being to break an arm.
Ahmed Fairs just taking his time. May go belly down on it. Good stacking work by Nkosi and Ndebele.
May see a transition to triangle. May see some ground and pound.
I like that high guard of the Prince right there. Oh, beautiful crashing elbow by Nkosi. That's bound to feel good for him. And not so much for Ahmed.
Ahmed does have an incredibly slick guard.
Oh, looking to work in the armbar again. Oh!
There's that triangle attempt.
And Nkosi really needs to follow the hips of Ahmed right now. He can't leave himself so square like that and give up position.
And there's the price you pay for having an incredible guard.
Oh, up kick from...
Nasty up kick. And they're up. Got this fight back where the future wants it to be.
Yeah, he's going to want to keep the fight in this kind of range. He doesn't really want to go to the ground with a jiu-jitsu specialist like Ahmed.
Woo!
Oh, big overhand from the future.
Oh! Okay, we now know exactly what the future wants to do in this fight.
But Ahmed staying calm, has almost like that stilly kind of experience and calm around him that's unerring.
We're looking at a man who's had 16 fights. He gets punched in the face for a living.
Oh, and he caught the future there, just moving away.
Future thought there might have been an eye poke. I certainly didn't see one.
As I say, Fairs in that southpaw stance, so if you're not used to training with the southpaw, punches come in from strange angles. And that liver kick is always going to be there for a southpaw, and a big knee to the body from Fairs. Oh, goes
down to the ground. Is he going to be able to keep it? Interesting, the Prince is so believing in that guard. He didn't even try and reverse it, didn't try to stand. Went down to the bottom, but that's incredibly dangerous in this sport. There is a price to be paid for it, and you are seeing it right at the point of the future's elbow.
Right in front of us here in our broadcast position, and Nkosi just turning that elbow over beautifully. Working body, head.
There is that triangle beginning.
He's grabbed that wrist. He just needs to let
it
go
was
of the
present
wrist
earlier.
And pull his own hand out.
Postured out beautifully.
Oh, hammer fist.
Hammer fist.
Good ground control from Nkosi and Ndebele.
Very impressive job. Nkosi throwing those strikes and the tiny little movements between one position and another. Nkosi's got to overcome that underhook.
You can tell just how much of a ground specialist Ahmed is by the fact that he goes for those underhooks straight away.
You can tell how much the prospect likes elbowing people in the face by the way he elbows him in the face.
Could see Prince try and work for another armbar here. Watch out for him to open that guard and shift the hips, but another crashing elbow by the future.
Corner is calling for the future to be a little more active. I think we're going to see him be a little more active.
Again, maybe setting up that armbar.
And beautiful round ends. Absolutely stellar first round.
I think what we're going to see as this fight progresses is a real battle between the ground specialist with active hips and somebody in Nkosi and Ndebele who's happy to sit in the guard and land strikes. But all it takes is one little mistake in a situation like that, and the ground specialist will eat you up.
There's an ancient question in wartime. Is it easier to shoot down or is it easier to shoot up? We're seeing the parallel here in the Brave Cage. Is it better to do jiu-jitsu from the bottom or is it better to do it from the top? We have some officials checking. We don't know what it is yet, but we do know these are among the best officials on the face of the planet Earth. Whatever the issue is, it's going to be sorted out.
I think the fight might be over. Oh, there must have been some sort of injury sustained by Ahmed Fairs there. We see him shaking his head. We see him clearly disappointed.
I've seen this before. I do believe we had a broken collarbone. It's not unheard of, especially when you have monster takedowns, monster scrambles, monster sweeps like we saw in that first round. From our vantage point, I can't see clearly. Referee's very calmly taking control of the ring. Puts Nkosi in a neutral corner. And he is officially calling this fight as over. It's going to take a little while before we get an official word as to why, but if I had to guess, I would say it is a broken clavicle.
But yes, it's an unfortunate ending to the fight, but what a performance in his professional debut by Nkosi Ndebele. He just told us, this is what I love to do. Beautiful from the young man. What poise illustrated against the super dangerous guy, Carrick.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just seen the future. There was a question. It's been asked. We're going to take it up to Carlos Kramer.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, what another explosive Brave Combat Federation fight. After the first round, the blue corner was unable to continue the battle. So your winner, out of the red corner, Nkosi, the future,